Welcome back to AutoZone, the channel where power meets innovation, and every drive tells a story. Today, we're diving into something truly monumental, the rebirth of a legend that once ruled the roads and the trails, a vehicle so bold that it became a symbol of strength, dominance, and freedom. The king is back, and it's been reborn for a new era. This is the 2025 Hummer H1 SUV, and it's not just a car. It's a revolution on four wheels. If you remember the original Hummer H1, you remember the kind of machine that didn't care about trends or fuel prices. It was a civilian version of a military vehicle that looked like it could conquer the planet, and honestly, it almost could. It was massive, rugged, and unapologetically loud. But times have changed. The world has moved towards sustainability, efficiency, and cleaner energy. So, how do you bring back a monster like the H1 in a time like this? Simple: you make it electric, but you don't take away its soul. The 2025 Hummer H1 SUV does exactly that. It's a perfect fusion of brutal power and futuristic intelligence. At first glance, it's clear that this new H1 isn't trying to be subtle. It's a showstopper. The exterior design screams presence. It retains that unmistakable boxy silhouette that made the original iconic, but everything's been sharpened, refined, and modernized. The front grille is illuminated, with bold LED bars stretching across and spelling out the word Hummer in bright white light. The headlights are futuristic beams that give it a cutting-edge stare, while the hood looks like a sculpted piece of armor. You can tell this vehicle isn't designed to blend in, it's designed to dominate. The body is built with reinforced aluminum and high-strength steel, giving it both durability and lightness where it counts. The massive fenders wrap around enormous 37-inch all-terrain tires, giving it that signature military stance. The doors are squared and strong, but the edges are cleaner, and the panels are smoother than before. Around the back, you've got a rugged tailgate with a full-size spare tire mounted boldly and LED tail lights that echo the design up front. The entire SUV feels like it's ready for war but dressed in a suit. Underneath the armor lies the real revolution. The 2025 Hummer H1 SUV is powered by GM's Ultium electric platform, a beast of an EV system that's redefining what's possible for electric vehicles. The numbers are insane: up to 1,000 horsepower and an earth-shattering 11,500 pound-feet of torque. That's right, torque that can move mountains. This isn't just about going green. It's about showing that electricity can deliver a level of performance that even the wildest gas engines could only dream of. With all that power, the H1 can rocket from 0 to 60 in under 4 seconds. For an SUV that weighs more than 9,000 pounds, that's borderline ridiculous. But what makes it even more impressive is how it handles that power. Thanks to advanced torque vectoring, four-wheel steering, and adaptive suspension, it's not just fast, it's precise. Every wheel can be controlled individually for traction and balance, meaning the H1 can adapt instantly to whatever the world throws at it. Off-road, this thing is in a league of its own. The 2025 Hummer H1 is built to tackle terrain that most vehicles wouldn't even attempt. With its adaptive air suspension, it can lift itself to achieve nearly 18 inches of ground clearance. That's higher than most trucks or SUVs on the market. It can ford through deep water, crawl over rocks, and climb steep grades with ease. The approach and departure angles are incredible, and with its underbody protection and reinforced chassis, there's almost nowhere this machine can't go. And then there's the CrabWalk feature, one of the coolest innovations in off-road driving. It allows all four wheels to turn in the same direction, letting the H1 move diagonally. It's like watching a tank slide sideways around obstacles with grace and confidence. Combined with underbody cameras, real-time terrain mapping, and a 360-degree view system, the 2025 Hummer H1 makes off-roading look like an art form. Step inside, and you're greeted by a cabin that feels like the command center of a spaceship. It's big, bold, and beautifully designed. The interior blends rugged materials with luxury finishes. The seats are wrapped in high-grade leather with contrast stitching, while the dashboard features a mix of brushed metal and durable polymer surfaces. Everything feels strong but stylish. There's a massive 17-inch infotainment touchscreen that controls everything from navigation and media to drive modes and off-road data. In front of the driver, a fully digital 12-inch display provides real-time readouts on torque, power distribution, battery status, and terrain information. The steering wheel feels firm and futuristic, with touch-sensitive controls and a commanding grip. There's ambient lighting that changes with drive modes, a high-end Bose audio system for immersive sound, and even removable roof panels that let you experience open-air driving whenever you want. The cabin is incredibly spacious, offering up to 7 seats with plenty of legroom and storage throughout. Whether you're on a cross-country trip or deep in the wilderness, this interior feels like home. The electric powertrain doesn't just bring performance, it brings peace and quiet. The H1 glides silently across the terrain, the hum of its electric motors replacing the roar of combustion with something even more powerful: pure control. And yet, it's never boring. The acceleration, the responsiveness, and the seamless power delivery make it thrilling every time you hit the pedal. Range-wise, the 2025 Hummer H1 SUV is no slouch. With its largest Ultium battery pack, it's expected to deliver around 400 miles of range on a full charge, and with DC fast charging, you can add about 100 miles in just 10 minutes. Plus, regenerative braking helps capture energy during descents or stops, keeping you charged longer. Now, let's talk about the price. Power and prestige like this don't come cheap. The starting price is expected to hover around $160,000, with high-end configurations pushing well past $200,000. But that's the cost of owning a piece of history reborn, a vehicle that bridges the gap between raw tradition and electric innovation. The 2025 Hummer H1 SUV isn't just a comeback, it's a transformation. It takes the legendary toughness and presence of the original and fuses it with the technology and consciousness of the modern world. It's proof that power doesn't have to pollute, and that sustainability doesn't have to be soft. This Hummer is bold, intelligent, and built for a future where adventure and responsibility can finally coexist. So, what do you think of the new 2025 Hummer H1 SUV? Is it the ultimate electric off-roader, or do you miss the sound and grit of the old one? Drop your thoughts down in the comments, because we'd love to hear from you. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of the most talked about vehicles of the year, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to AutoZone, and turn on notifications so you never miss our next review, reveal, or test drive. Until next time, this is AutoZone, where legends are reborn, power meets innovation, and the road never ends.